So when you're mixing all these things together, your wides, your close-ups, your speed ramps, your cinematic haze, some fun in-camera lighting effects, drop in a few sounds, and then you get something that looks like this.
I'm gonna use this surface to shoot some products.
The Amazon turntable. I didn't want to use any type of Edelkrone or camera manufacturer and overpay for what I needed. I just needed a lazy Susan.
First thing I like to do is elevate the turntable. I'm gonna do that using an Apple box. Stick that up here. It makes it easier so the tripod doesn't have to be as low on the ground when I set the camera up.
My friend Chris Ramsey's been using a turntable for all his product shots on his channel for more than 5 years now. This is the exact same thing. Now, as an extra bonus, if you didn't want to just use the black top, you could do what Chris does and buy a bunch of different tiles. Floor tiles, floor samples, anything like that to set on top, and then you have a whole new texture. So this cost me $175 on Amazon.
Slide that behind. Perfect, okay. Now did I charge them all?
The Aperture MT Pro. Now this is their RGB tube light. They actually sent these to me and I only realized they engraved Pirate Pete into the top. These lights are super bright. They're RGB. They're already diffused. They also come with a grid, a tripod, and a case, and they charge by USB-C.
That one's almost dead. While that one charges, we'll set up 3.
If you've noticed in the background of those videos, I set 4 of them up in a row just because I thought it looks cool. And then in the last video, we just crossed them to change, just to mix it up a little bit. Now, you don't need 4 of these. You don't even need 3 of these. You don't even need 2 of these. You can get however many you want. These are the priciest on the whole list of essentials, coming in at $199. So they're $200 a light. The added benefit of that is the tube lights can be used for a multitude of things. You don't have to just use them as little background hits.
Let's put our object on. I'm gonna use this industrial designed mechanical flip book. Every single one of these images, hand painted, and with the sound of the paper flipping, it almost sounds like a real life hummingbird. I love this thing. It's so sick. This would be a great short. Maybe we'll make one out of this video. Let's shoot some videos of it and make a cool little intro, cool little product highlight.
It's very simple how I approach the shots. I shoot everything in 2 stages. I shoot everything wide, and then I shoot everything super close. So for the wide, I like to use a 50 or an 85 so I get some good depth to hide those lights in the background, make them an out of focus element.
We'll kill our main light. Flip these guys on. Okay, so we're backlit right now. A lot of the times I will use another tube light to move over the object so that you get that nice sweep of light, like a reveal of a product. It's just a straight up trial and error. So right now, I need a little bit of light on the front of that. So I'm gonna use my key light to light the front of this. So you can hear that beep, you're in focus. So from this point, when the turntable hits dead center and I see the hummingbird, I know that it's going to be in focus. But as it's rotating, obviously the object's shape is going to change as it moves around the turntable.
So I preset my focus, make sure everything is good to go, then I switch over to manual focus once it's already set. Then I let the turntable do its rounds. I let it go several times, and we'll get to why in a moment. But that's the first thing I do.
Get my spray.
The cheapest on the list is the Atmosphere Aerosol. $20. It's gonna give you that cinematic looking haze. Little detail, but it adds a lot of effect. I really like these. Grab a few cans, and they're just fun to mess around with too.
That's like 2 rotations, that's good. Little lens swap.
Then I repeat the entire procedure, but close up. So instead of using a 50 or 85, now I'm probably gonna use a 100mm macro. I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna grab all those shots. So that's how we approach shooting it. We really only do a wide and a super close. If you are a creator or you're an entrepreneur or you own your own business, you could use this entire shoot, this entire lesson, take that and put it on your website, and that's gonna look 10 times better than not doing it. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an easy all-in-one platform to get you up and running with the website in literally no time with no skill required. They have award-winning templates that are constantly changing, so if you get bored of your site like I do, you can constantly refresh it. The ability to add video and sell products on your site to make a living, paygate certain options, client proofing sections, contact forms. Squarespace themselves have 24/7 customer service, so if you do get stuck, they can help you out. If you want to save 10% off your first purchase, hit the link in the description below. Use code McKinnon at checkout to save that 10% off and get that website up literally before end of day. It's that easy. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and for paying my bills.
All right, gonna change these over to a different color.
So this whole kit with 4 of these lights, can of spray, and a turntable is gonna run you about $995. But again, you don't have to use these specific tube lights. You don't have to use this specific turntable. You can literally find whatever works for you in whatever budget you want. But as far as this exact setup goes, it's about $1,000.
We're coming around to the money side.
As a little bonus, one of the last things we used in here to add some special effects in camera was one of the gold line filters out of the Recon set.
Look at the haze it adds.
This is my particular set, Recon. All I was doing was holding this in front of the lens and manipulating it around, which was giving you all those fun flares. Now, how we approach those shots in editing is what makes this special. We're able to take the wide and the close-up and jump cut between the two of them.
Stop there, and then I want the same thing, just at a closer focal distance. It's all about having those options in the edit. I'd rather shoot it and not need it than be in the edit and looking for it.
So what I would do is shoot 2 laps on the turntable with red light, shoot 2 laps on the turntable with white light, then I can jump between the exact same moment and only the light is changing and the product is still rotating at the same time. Now, another thing we do is a combination of speed ramping. Obviously, you have a product going round and round and round. You don't want to watch that in real time. So when you're mixing all these things together, your wides, your close-ups, your speed ramps, your cinematic haze, some fun in-camera lighting effects, and then you get something that looks like this. Taking a little bit of extra time and a little bit of extra effort to showcase something this way goes the distance. And that's what sets you apart. It's also really, really fun.